Since its inception in 2007, Kindle Direct Publishing has established itself as the dominant force when self-publishing on Amazon. Does KDP carry any real weight in 2021? Is KDP truly worth it this year? We're going to be doing a deep dive into Kindle Direct Publishing and all the features they have available to them and how it might benefit you or work against you this year. First of all, let's get it right out the rip. KDP publishes ebooks and print books. There's no upfront costs in exchange for a revenue share, a little bit of a split. So anytime that you make a sale, Amazon collects a percentage of that and you collect the rest of that. Here's a question I get a lot is, how many books can I publish? As many as your heart desires, under as many pen names as you wish to underneath one account. That's right, one account, not more than one. Let's go ahead and take a look at each of these features, including publishing ebooks. Now, it starts with a very interesting royalty structure in that if you price your ebook between $2.99 and $9.99, you will get a 70% royalty, with a little bit of an asterisk next to that. You actually will get distribution fees pulled away from it. Now, it depends on how large or how small your ebook file is. If it's rather large, they'll pull out more in distribution fees. If it's rather small, it'll just probably be a few cents. Anything priced outside of the $2.99 and $9.99, you'll get 35% royalty, but the plus side of things, is that you will have no distribution fees. Okay, so there's that. The accepted files include doc and docx, EPUB, MOBI, and PDF. Some of the other lesser known file types include HTML, RTF, TXT, and KPF. Now, KPF is an interesting one because it is a Kindle Direct Publishing platform exclusive that you can make through their free software called Kindle Creates. Now, they'll give you the software that you're able to kind of write your book and format it and publish it to Kindle Direct Publishing. But there's a small problem is KPF is only read by Kindle Direct Publishing. So if you plan on staying on just Kindle Direct Publishing alone and don't publish anywhere else, then Kindle Creates and the KPF files are perfect for you. Another really cool feature is the KDP Cover Creator. Do you lack any real cash or any real skills? Then the Cover Creator is there for you and you can actually put it all together. Now, I wouldn't recommend this to anybody that's trying to make this into a business and using a cover creator, because you'll probably want to hire out a professional designer. But if you're looking at this as a hobby or something that you're really not looking to make a lot of money in, then the Cover Creator solution is actually pretty nice. Now, the distribution, this is kind of fun. There's 13 different regions. I need to take a nice deep breath. It includes US, UK, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Netherlands, Japan, Brazil, Canada, Mexico, Australia, and India. The next feature is something called the KDP Select program. It's for ebooks only. It's an exclusivity agreement for your ebook that you pretty much say, hey, I'm going to publish this ebook only on your platform for the next 90 days. It should be noted, the agreement only affects ebooks. It doesn't affect your print book or your audiobook. And if you have one ebook put into the KDP Select program, it doesn't affect the other ebooks. You're paid per page read through a library-based subscription system called Kindle Unlimited. The customer goes, they check out your book, and anytime they read one of your pages, you're paid a fraction of a cent. The other perk of KDP Select is anytime someone checks out that book, it also influences your Amazon bestseller rank. And you're probably saying,
hang on a second, wait, what? That's sales, Dale, and you're talking about a checkout-based system?
Yes, you didn't hear that? Incorrect here. It is true. Anytime someone checks out your book through Kindle Unlimited and you have it enrolled in KDP Select, it influences your bestseller rank. So you don't have to sell a single book in order for it to actually be on a bestseller list. You also get more royalties in certain regions. So for instance, Japan normally would have 35% regardless of that $2.99 to $9.99 price range. Well, now when you go into KDP Select, it automatically gives you 70%. Sans the distribution fees. And you get additional promotional opportunities that others don't get outside of the KDP Select program. Stay tuned to this channel because KDP Select deserves an entire video in and of itself, so we can kind of do a deeper dive. Next up, let's talk about publishing print books. Now, the royalty structure on this is another interesting thing here. This is a reminder here. You do not pay for printing your book. The customer does. So when you upload it to Kindle Direct Publishing, somebody buys that book, they take on the burden. They saddle all the costs of printing out the book. You don't. Now, in the event that you want to print out books for yourself to have on hand or to hand out to family or to sell to people, then you can buy it wholesale through your KDP dashboard. So how the royalties work is this. It's 60% minus the print fees. Yeah, it does cost to actually print out your book, so they're going to need to subtract those print fees. It varies how much you're going to probably get. Depends on the number of pages in your book or the type, whether black and white or full color, on how much you're going to end up profiting it in the end. Sometimes it can be anywhere from 35% to as much as 50% if you price your book competitively. There is an additional option called expanded distribution to where you get 40% instead of the 60%. Opting into expanded distribution does not affect the 60% that you'll get anytime you get a sale through Amazon. Expanded distribution is a reach outside of Amazon to different online retailers through a company called Ingram Content Group. It's actually fulfilled through their subsidiary called Lightning Source. And what they do is they put it out to tens of thousands of different online retailers. And what happens is they will sell something on their platform. The sales come through. Amazon takes 20%. And then you get the remainder, which is the 40%. Stay tuned to this channel because that deserves an even deeper dive when it comes to expanded distribution, whether it's worth it or not. To me, I think it's definitely worth it. I'm gonna share with you that today's video is sponsored by the fine folks over at Pro Writing Aid. Pro Writing Aid is the only platform that offers world-class grammar and style checking combined with more in-depth reports to help you strengthen your writing. Their game-changing summary report helps you identify the key changes that will have the biggest impact on your text. Also, the editing tool analyzes your text and highlights a variety of key writing issues, such as overused words, sentence structure, punctuation issues, repeated phrases, consistency, dialogue pacing, and readability. It helps you learn as you edit, making you a stronger writer. To get free access or 20% off premium, visit our sponsored link at datalinks.com/prowritingaid. The accepted file types when it comes to your print books, I'm just going to say this, don't compromise on it. PDF. Don't put docx, don't put any RTFs, TXT, HTML, nothing like that. PDF. They say also accepted is doc and docx, HTML, and RTF. Don't buy it, go with PDF. Explain what bleed is it's when you have an edge-to-edge image or graphics inside the interior that actually can be cut off. Now, most books are going to be no bleed, where they remain inside the margins and there's no graphics spilling off to the edge of the page. There are 3 paper types. There's 55-pound white and cream paper. There's 60-pound full color on white paper. Now, just a heads up, full color printing is real expensive. You're going to have to actually charge a high premium on it. Now, the print quality is pretty good in my opinion. I've actually found great success with them, but it does cost a lot. Keep in mind though, as of the time of this video, they right now have in beta something called standard color printing, and it actually is put on, I think, 55-pound weight paper. You can't have a complete saturation of color from edge to edge, like say what you would with the normal premium color, but the cost is substantially lower. And then much like the ebook publishing, you have the KDP Cover Creator. Again, if you're cash strapped, no skills, and you want just a simple solution, you're a hobbyist, perfect. Cover Creator's there for you. How does KDP pay you out? Okay, so this is how it works. They pay you out 60 days after the close of each month. So if you sell books in January, then you're gonna get paid at the end of March. If you've sold books in February, you're going to get paid at the end of April. They do direct deposit, wire transfer, or check. If you're outside of the US, UK, Europe, Canada, Brazil, Japan, India, Mexico, Australia, and New Zealand, you'll need to find alternative ways to getting paid or accepting payment, especially through, say, direct deposit. I've heard from some clients that Payoneer works really nicely. So the direct deposit you don't need to meet any kind of minimum threshold. So if you sold only a couple bucks, they'll just directly deposit that. Now, when it comes to wire transfers and checks though, you'll need to have $100 USD or 100 of whatever the local currency is, with the exception of, say, Japan, where you have to have 10,000 yen, or in Mexico, you have to have 1,000 pesos. My thoughts on KDP. Is it worth it going into 2021? KDP is a great place to get started in self-publishing. Is it the space that you should probably stay forever? Well, that's certainly up for debate. What I would recommend is to make good use of this and actually turn it into a business. If you're not a hobbyist, you're going to want to make sure you hire out for cover design and interior formatting. So that way it's a lot less heartache and you can really leverage your time to maybe writing more books or marketing and promoting. At the end of the day, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. Not saying that you put thousands of dollars into it and you're going to get 2,000 back or anything crazy like that. It's the effort that you put into it. The most important thing is you shouldn't just publish and pray through the KDP platform and hope that, oh, they're going to go ahead and have the algorithm serve out my books to everybody. No. It's up to you to do the work. It's up to you to get your books into other hands. And speaking of getting books into more hands, did you know about the Amazon Author Central video series that I've done before? It's right over here. You're going to actually find out how you can leverage the KDP platform a bit more when you use an Amazon Author profile. If you've already seen that video series, then you want to take a look at this video. YouTube says you might be interested in it. I'll see you in either one of these videos.